Hi. In this video, I'm going to talk about loneliness in retirement. Now, we don't have to be retired to be a lonely person. Apparently, there was a survey done in the United States, and it found that the two loneliest professions, you'd be surprised, are being a doctor or being a lawyer. Because people who consult doctors or lawyers are talking about anything but deep friendship, deep understanding of one another. It's a business arrangement or a health arrangement. But when we're working, the ordinary worker, we have our routine. We go to work. We usually work amongst a lot of other people. Some people become our friends, not deeply conscious friends. We might have one or two favourites, and they are our better friends, or even our best friends at work. And we even have our enemies. We have a little tribe around us, which we join, perhaps every day or every shift, if we're a shift worker. And then, when we retire, these people are gone from our lives. So what do we have left? Unless we've made contacts by joining organisations, perhaps Rotary Club or something like that, outside of our working environment, if we don't belong to anything, if work took up virtually all of our spare time, as well as our work time, in other words, we thought about work, we lived for work, and we didn't make many contacts outside of that working environment. When we do actually retire, we could find ourselves quite lonely. This is particularly so if we live alone, if we're perhaps a widower or a widow, and we don't have relatives close by or children close by. What are we going to do? It's said that loneliness is one of the worst things as far as being retired is concerned, because we give up on ourselves. We don't have anything to reach out to, and it can undermine our health, our motivation to do things, because there's no one else to do it for anyway or integrate with, and it can bring on early senility and dementia. Whereas if we could reach out, find ourselves involved with a group of people, find friends again, be motivated again, then we would be that much more happy. But when we retire, if we do find ourselves alone, no one's going to come swarming up to us and say, I want to be your friend. Would you like a cup of coffee? Come on over and we'll talk. That won't happen. We have to make the first move. And this is where it can become quite tricky, quite hard, particularly if you're a very introverted type of person. If you are, you need to be courageous. You need to make the first move. And there are many ways you can do it. In this modern age, most people have a computer of one type or another, and on there you can Google up things like Meetup, find groups of people who you think you might have similar interests with, find a group nearby, and make the first step. Reach out. Not an email, phone someone. Phone. This business about an email and expecting to get people to answer you back sometimes works, but it's not the same as a phone call. Get on the phone, speak to them, be truthful about what you'd like, and the chances are you'd be invited along to join the group. So go along. Don't put it off. Don't say maybe next week. Do it. Do it. And then before you know it, you will have a group of people around you again. You will have some sort of common goals to work towards, some interests, And there'll be other things. There'll all be social things, outings, bus trips, all of these sort of things. And before you know it, you won't be lonely anymore. But to reiterate, the habits that you've had for work, the days, how they've been filled in, routines, and the things you did on the weekend, now you're on the 7-day weekend. The 7-day weekend, retired. It's up to you. If you want your retirement to be a happy one, involve yourself with other people. Find the common purpose with these other people and find your particular purpose and maybe your particular skill or gift that you can use within that group. Before you know it, you'll be a precious member to them. You'll have friends. Don't be lonely. Reach out. Make the efforts. Be brave. And your life will change if you're lonely for the better.